Hello my crafty friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be doing some work in my December daily today. Today I'm going to be working on my prompt list. So if you didn't already check out my foundation pages, then you might not know. If you did want to check out my foundation pages, you can absolutely check that video out. It'll be listed in the playlist down below. I have two playlists down below. I have one for my December daily 2023, and then I have another one that's like literally all of my Christmas videos that I've ever posted on my channel go into one big huge playlist. So if you want to be like overloaded with a bunch of Christmas crafting, you can go check out that playlist. But if you hadn't seen my foundation pages, I am going to be doing what I'm calling my favorites, my favorite things. So that is going to be what my prompt list is this year. And my inspiration was this really cute Colorcast Designs design element piece that I got. This actually comes with little colored letters, but I'm not going to be using the colored letters. I'm only going to be using the white piece. This came from Colorcast Designs. It's a completely different piece than actually, this was like a completely different set of things, but I was like, oh, that spells out the word my. So I decided to use it. I'm going to use this two together. So like I said, I'm going to be creating a prompt list. Now, similar to what I did for my calendar and for my cover page and my 2x2 pocket page, I want to show you what my other prompt lists were in my other December dailies so that you can kind of see what I did in the past. Okay, here's my December 2020 book. And let's look at the prompt list for this one. This is one of my favorites. I love it. So I did this December. I did my reason why also on this page. And I might do some, I think I'm going to do something similar on this one as well. Still kind of working that out. But the prompt list, and this is all just, I love how random it looks. I love all the component little tags that I used. I popped some off of the page. I love the big number 1. I love this page. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, here is December 2021. For this one, I did a little bit more simplistic. I literally just wrote a list. I used some words. I did an ing prompt list. So this was something that Ali Edwards had thought of, doing ing words. And I really just went very simplistic with it in regards to what my prompt list looked like this year. So here is my 2022 book. I love this prompt list. So kind of similar to the 2020 one. It had all of the different tags on here. Nice little, I put some puffy ones in here and really had some fun with this one. So my prompts are fairly similar year after year. I just kind of have, that's just kind of like makes it easier for me to document. Like I'm going to document my tree. I'm going to document ornaments. I'm going to document my decorating. Like those are just things that I'm going to document. So it makes it easier for me. And I kind of like the consistency of it. Like every year I can kind of see like, oh, how did I decorate? And, oh, what did my tree look like? And those types of things. So I personally, that's just the way I like to do it. So I have a plan. I have this die cut that I bought, and it has, so I die cutted these little light bulbs out, and I used the paper from the Dollar Tree, and it is sticker paper. It comes in a sheet like this, and it is a sticker sheet, and it like stickies, you know. Unfortunately, the sticker paper didn't die cut very well, so all I did was I just stuck the sticker paper onto a piece of white cardstock, and then I die cutted it, and it worked great. So I have a red, a green, and a gold here. So I might add in another color. We'll see. I also have these other die cuts, these bigger ones that I have, that I liked the little light reflective thing on here. So I ended up die cutting all of these little tiny little silver, and I did gold for the gold out of some foil paper. So that's also here too. So I'm going to put those all together. This, I then die cut it in black for the little squiggly lines for the paper. So that's going to go on here as well. Now, I'm going to move all this aside. All right. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to figure out the paper. I want to use this die cut. The die cut cuts out all the boxes, and then it leaves this like thin little border. I cut it out, but I can't find my sample. So it's fine. You'll see it in a second. So I'm going to use, there's 16 boxes on here. So I'm going to use this over here on the side for 16. And then I need 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. I need 25 boxes. So I'm going to cut it again, but then I'm going to cut these boxes off and just put this down here. And then I'm going to have my favorite things. Okay. So I need, so this part's not going to actually be on here. It's only going to be that part that's going to be die cutted. So what I need is a piece for the back, right? So I just want this piece die cutted, and then I'm going to have a back piece. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm trying to figure out what my back piece is going to be. So, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to cut, like what my die cut piece is going to be too, right? Because I could use this, but I kind of like the fact that it's my favorite things. I kind of want this to be the back piece because I like the hearts. I don't specifically love how this looks with it. And if this is going to be it's going to be a tight squeeze trying to get this down here and then this and that on here, but we're going to figure it out. And then I do have the little cutoffs here to make these actually say the word. All right. So I have the green. So, I mean, I have this red, right? And I kind of like the idea of having it be hearts. I need it to be a pattern based on what I'm going to do. So I'm kind of thinking too, I like this. And I feel like the white pops off this page a lot better. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the green. Even though, well, okay. So I think I'm going to use the green for the back, and the red I'm going to cut from this. I'm going to cut this with the red. And this is barely going to fit. Like, I think I might have this actually hanging off the top a little bit, the little Y right here. I kind of like the idea of having that pop off a little bit. Okay, so I think, yeah, so I'm going to do the green, but since I don't love how this green light bulb doesn't really show up, I'm going to cut a blue light bulb just to see. I was kind of thinking about maybe using a bigger one too. Like I have this big, but I don't love that it doesn't match. The bulbs are different. So I don't know. Let me cut this blue one. And let me just see if I like it. I am liking the blue. Wow. That surprises me. I'm not usually a blue for Christmas, but I actually like the blue. So I think I'm going to use the blue. All right. So, okay. So now I need to decide if I want to use this big one or not. Actually, I don't need to decide right now. Okay. So these are going to be my base papers, right? These are going to be the base papers. I'm going to have my little guys on here. So now I have to cut this paper. And I have to use this die cut on these 2 pieces of paper. I do not think I have any more of this paper. So if I mess up, I'm going to be mad at myself for messing up. So I have to line it up perfectly because of the way that I want this designed. It just has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. All right, so I'm going to tape it down. Okay, all right, so I got all the boxes cut out. And there is a method to my madness. I need to keep these in order. So I'm just going to move them up here. Okay, so now that I have these things cut out, what I need to do is I need to, first, I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of these having these little flaps here are. But I don't, like, they're like little, I don't know why they did it where it cuts, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what this is supposed to be used for, but I don't want these little flaps here. I want them to have a little border. So I'm just going to go around and cut these off, these little flaps off. Okay, so I have this here and I want to cut the holes off. So I don't need that part. So I'm going to, let's just make sure I'm doing the right. So this is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, just have to make sure. So I'm just going to cut this. So I'm actually not using this piece. Okay, so I've got this piece and I'm going to have it be right here. And this thing is going to be outside of the pocket. This is going to be a tight fit, but I'm going to make it work. Okay, and then this is going to go over here on this side, right? Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take these pieces for the lights and have them like coming off of all right, and then I'm going to have my light bulbs kind of strung everywhere. I'm just gonna lay it down just so I can visually see it because I'm just a very visual person. This is kind of what the layout's going to look like. I've lost the blue one that I literally just cut. This other blue one, it's gone. I do not know where it could have gone. It's probably on the floor somewhere. I have to cut another one. So pretend like that's blue. Okay, so this is the thought process. So this is what I'm going to do. And it's going to take me forever. But it's all going to be worth it in the end. I have tracing paper. And let me just show you, because I did find my mock-up. Okay, and I mocked it up. So this is my little mock-up that I did. So I'm going to take, so let's pretend like this is here. This is my mock-up. This is not the one I'm going to use. So if I have this here, right, and I have this little tracing paper on the back of it, I just glued it on the back with some really thin, super thin tape that I have here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the die cut that came from that little area, and I'm going to make it like a little thing, a little pocket. It's going to be a little pocket inside there. And then it's going to come out, and on the back side, I'm going to have my prompt. So on this side, and remember, it's going to be this. Let's just do it this way. So on the back side, let's just pretend like that's there and this is here, right? So it's going to have this little thing. And then I'm going to have these numbers on the little thing. I'm going to have the numbers. And then when that day comes, when I do that particular favorite thing, I'm going to turn it over almost like a little advent calendar. And on the back is going to be the prompt. So for instance, day 12 is hot cocoa. So I have this little thing here that says the best cup of cocoa. And so I'm going to have that in the pocket. First, it's going to be like this. It'll have the number 12 on the little tracing paper pocket. And then when 12 is done and I'm ready, I'll flip it over and it'll have this little cute little piece in there that says the best part of cocoa. And I will decorate each of these little individual ones with the different prompts. What I think I'm going to do is for every intro on that particular story, I'm going to make the little insert thing. So I'm not going to actually number the pockets or put any decor on the pocket today. It's just going to be, I'm just going to make the little pockets and then glue all this down. And I'm sure that doesn't make any sense. But the first thing that I have to do, which is going to take me forever, is I have to get the tracing paper. And again, it's just regular tracing paper that I'm using. And I'm sure it's not archive safe, but it doesn't matter because there's not going to be any pictures on this page. I'm going to make the little pockets on all the things. And then I'm going to get everything glued down. So I think I'm going to make the pockets off camera. Let me make the first pocket with you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And then you can and then I'm going to make the pockets off camera. Because like I said, it's going to take me a long time and I just want to do that while watching YouTube or something. So I'm going to cut out each individual little pocket here. This is going to be kind of hard to do. I'm just going to really freehand it. I'm not going to like measure and everything because it's all going to be on the back and you're not going to be able to see it anyway. So let me put this one back just so I have it. Let me start at the bottom and work my way up. I don't think it matters. And I'm going to do the pockets kind of in different angles. Some are going to be pulled from the side. Some are going to be top pockets. So I'm just going to trace this. And I'm just going to cut it. Again, it's not going to matter. You're not going to see it. The only thing that really matters is I do want the top edge to be fairly straight, right? So I'm going to make this a little side pocket. So what I'm going to do, I have this really super thin double-sided tape. Okay, so I want this to be a little side pocket. I think I want to have it pull from this side. So I really only need it to be like half this size. And I'm just going to put the double-sided tape on the tracing paper. So I have my double-sided tape. I'm just going to tape this on. So then and then I will have to tape the entire thing on, which that's going to be fun to try to do. So then again, this will be taped up. And then this little piece will slide in right here. I'll have the little number. I'm going to use all these little numbers. Will be right there. and then maybe I'll put like, I have this word like wrapped, and I'm going to put that on the other side and flip it over, and it'll say wrapped. For day 8 is my wrapping video, my wrapping story, and it'll say, I think I'll actually put wrapped and ready or something like that. But again, I'll make these little things on each of the days. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to completely fill this whole little thing up with pockets, and then we'll come back and put everything together. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So I think it's been like an hour or two. I don't know. It feels like it's been forever, but it's fine. I was watching YouTube and having fun. So I went ahead and get the first one down. And I want them all to stay in the pocket exactly where they are, but they're not going to all stay in the pocket exactly where they are. So I don't know why I keep worrying about it. But anyway, so here is what the back looks like. I don't know if you're going to really be able to see it, but basically I glued each of the different pieces on the back, right? The little pieces of tracing paper. And now I have taped all the way around the box and then on all of the different boxes, right? So that's going to make the pocket. So obviously I put this one down already. So we're going to put this one down together. This one is a little bit more crucial because I need to line it up with, I need to make sure, I need this to fit on the page. So I need to kind of figure out exactly where I need this to be for this to line up and this to be on the page. Right now, I kind of feel like I want this to hang off the page a little bit. I think that would look kind of cute. In the book, it'll have like a little thing right there. I like things hanging off the pages. So I just don't know how much I want it to hang off the page. Right? So that's kind of where I think I wanted to have this literally like right up against that, and this kind of in this V spot. I kind of like it all connected a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this down. And then basically what I need to do is just take all these little pieces of tape off. You really want to make sure that you get all the pieces off, because once you stick it down, it's going to be stuck down. I think I got all of them. So I'm just looking to make sure there's no backings left on any of them. Okay, I think I got them all. All right, so if we're going to put that there, beautiful. And I think this is the bottom. Nope. I meant to keep these all in order, but of course I didn't. They kind of got messed up. Okay, let's see if I can find. This feels like this one. Yeah, that's that one. Okay, now I need to design the rest of it. So I'm going to put this here. I don't know. Okay. So I want to use these little things. I like the other one better. I like this. Okay, so I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this one. I think I want it to go this way. Like up into the Y. And then okay, so let's, before I start building those out, I'm going to do some stuff to these to kind of jazz them up a little bit. All right, so I'm just going to take, so I went ahead and die cut some black out. This must not be my good glue. Okay. So I just want to have the little black tip on these. And then I also want them to have a little shine to them. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I did with the lights. I just put on the little black thing and then the little, just to jazz up the lights a little bit. And then I'm gonna have them hanging off this little string here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to take like kind of one little thing at a time. So I want this to be, this little loop right here to be hanging off. And I want this loop, this to be looking like it's inside of that. So I'm gonna cut this right along the edge here. And then I'm gonna glue it. I don't have my art glitter glue, so I'm just gonna try to use this glue. Let's see, that one, yeah. We're just gonna try to make a thin line. Okay. And then we're gonna get that so it looks like it's coming off into that thing. And then I want this one to be, and then I'm gonna cover that little loopy up with this. I don't really want that loop there. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this down. Okay, I like that. And then I want this one to look like it's inside. So it still looks like it's connected. So I'm just gonna cut this kind of at a diagonal. It's very spiderwebby. Okay. And then this one is going to go right here. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim these little pieces off. And then I'm going to glue this on. Okay, and now I got to glue these little pieces for the inside. probably would have been easier if I had done this before I put the white letters on, but I was just so excited to put them on. I just completely forgot that I wanted to have like little black string on the, like going through the letters. Completely forgot. That's okay. We're going to get it done. Okay, so then this is going to go like right here. Yeah. Right. Okay, so I'm going to put a blue light there, which I have to cut again. And then I'm going to do kind of the same thing over here on this side. Okay, so I'm going to glue all that down in a second, but I got to fix this one too. Let me make this one, jazz this one up. I just don't know if I want a big one on here, but I think it would be kind of cute. Like dimensionally, it'll look like it's like closer, like these bulbs are further away. I don't know if that's actually what it'll do, but in my head, that's what it's going to look like. Let's just look. Okay, and then I put this on some puffy tape. And what if I just had this one? Yeah, I think I like the big one. I feel like I need to have this going more like this way. I think this needs to be down a little further. Just a little further. Okay, let's zhuzh up this. I'm not going to cut another blue one. I'm just going to find the other one I cut. When I start cleaning up, I'm going to find it. And then I'll just stick it up there. If I don't find it after I clean up, then I will cut a new one, but pretty sure that I will find it. All right, it's done. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to get it in the book and then we're going to call this video done. So I hope that you guys enjoyed and I will see you next time. Bye for now.